my sweet babies, it's Mimi. I'm going to read you a very special story today. In fact, it's one of the most special stories you'll ever know in your whole life. Today, the story is the Easter story. It's about Jesus. Jesus came to earth to live life as a man. He was one of us, a part of God's great plan. He taught us the truth and what God's love meant. Many people followed him wherever he went. Look here. You see this? These are all the people that are following Jesus. And there's Jesus telling people the truth about God's love for them. One day, on a donkey, he entered a great town. His followers all cheered, but some men wore a frown. These men hated Jesus and all that he had done. They were cross when Jesus said that he was God's own son. See all these people are so excited and happy to see Jesus. And Jesus is riding on their donkey. Lots of happy people, but look over here. These men were not happy. Let's see why. Jesus shared a supper with all his closest friends. He knew his time on earth was coming to an end. Here. This is what we call the Last Supper. Jesus and his friends are sitting around the table and they're sharing a meal. He went into a garden late that night to pray. Desperate, he said, "Father, is this the only way?" See, he's praying and asking God, is this the only way that it's going to work? Isn't there some other thing we can do? And there's his friends that fell asleep while Jesus was over there praying. The men who hated Jesus found him praying there. They took him to be judged, even though it was not fair. Look here. Those men came and got Jesus, and they're taking him away to be judged by men. They asked Jesus questions for a very long time, but could not find him guilty of one single crime. When the ruler called Pilate wished to set Jesus free, many in the streets shouted, "Hang him on a tree!" See, the ruler wanted to set him free, but all these bad people said, "Hang him on a tree." They did not like Jesus. Jesus was not guilty, but he was put on a cross, just as God had told him. His life must be lost. See Jesus on the cross. There's his followers, all sad. They just don't understand, do they? But Jesus knew. Suddenly, the sky went dark, and everyone was scared. 3 hours later, Jesus died, and all of his friends despaired. Some men took his body and put it in a cave. They rolled a stone across to make a sealed grave. Here, that big stone they're rolling across so that nobody can get in and they don't think anybody can get out. There's Jesus' followers. On the third day, to everyone's surprise, the stone had moved away and Jesus was alive. Look, the stone is moved away and Jesus is alive. All this was God's plan, that Jesus had to die to pay the price for sin, for all our wrongs and lies. And so, because of Jesus, when our lives are through, We can live in heaven if we trust and love him too. Look here. See, those little boys and girls are happy because they trust and love Jesus, and they know that they're going to go to heaven as well. Do you know Jesus in your heart? You can ask Jesus to tell him that you want him to be the Lord and ruler of your life, and just pray and say, Jesus, I surrender my life to you. Please be my Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.